So Europe in the lead, 53 and a half in terms of the BAM results. China in second with 48, USA in third with 42 and a half. So I think a lot of that was thanks to a large victory in the final round, Europe over China, and then also large victory in the final round, China over US. Yeah, they only have one table or one match in play, so we only get to see one of the three that's currently taking place. But better than
I thought
nothing.
there were only three teams entered.
Right. Yeah. I mean, this is the equivalent of the Ryder Cup, the golf tournament, but somehow
Oh,
China
I
is
see.
involved. Um,
So everyone plays all the boards.
yes. And it's everyone plays against everyone, so it's like a round robin. So like at some point the open
Got
team
it.
is going to play against the mixed team. Or sorry, the open pair is going to play against the mixed pair. Pass. South Open's a strong, a Polish club. One spade over call from Purcell, which passes back around to Klukowski, who reopens with double.
And I think North presumably will know that South has a strong hand since she's short in spades and East didn't raise. But I doubt this double guaranteed a strong hand.
I'm not sure. I feel like the double tends to be takeout for the strong club players, but yeah, I'm not exactly sure what the double promises. Either way, Klukowski
I
does
think.
finally bid two hearts.
I mean, I think this time he's just using it to start showing his strong Polish club kind of hand.
Sure. I mean, I have to imagine two hearts would also show a strong club, but it would maybe he thinks his hand's too good with 21. Could
It
be.
could be, or he might be hoping the partner can bid three of a minor and he can convert to three no trump, where two hearts over one spade is going to make that harder.
Sure. Yeah. He does have seven quick tricks in hand, basically. Well, two hearts. North has to judge how high to bid, and North tries four hearts.
Mm.
Wow. So Purcell needs to find an opening lead.
Yeah, no good options, right? And a spade, I guess, is best, but I say declare just has too much work to do. I think that eight of hearts in East is going to cause some problems.
Yeah. It's fascinating because the spade opening lead allows Declarer to pick off the spade suit after pulling trumps. The King 7 Doubleton
Hmm.
is actually a little bit unfortunate for the defense. If West had the 7 of spades, Declarer would lose out on the roughing finesse in spades, but here they'll be able to take it after,
Three rounds of trumps, yeah.
yeah, 3 rounds of trumps and a spade to the jack. So it does look like Klukowski can
Uh,
make the contract from here, and I don't really see. Um,
yeah, he has to time it carefully, right? Because so let's say he, wins the first or second spade. He can't draw trumps immediately, right? He has to play on diamonds first to make sure he gets his club pitch. Otherwise, he's going to lose two clubs, a diamond, and a spade.
no, he can pull 3 rounds of trumps and go ace and a diamond, and then when you rough a spade over, take the diamond pitch. Um,
Yeah, I guess that's true. West is stuck in at that point.
Yeah, and I mean, I think the auction kind of pinpoints the right line of play, so he'll probably just end up falling into it at this point. He'll definitely pull a second round of trumps. He might think for a minute, but the ace of clubs is definitely offside. West having bid twice, especially with East turning
Hmm.
up with the king of spades, seems pretty likely that West might have the diamond king. Yeah, there's 3 rounds of hearts. And he does lead a spade immediately. So this is fascinating. Is this actually good enough? Like, what if West returns the queen of spades right now?
now that queen of diamonds is cut off.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So spade came back, but yeah, actually, shockingly enough, even if West had the seven of spades, it's still the case that ace and a low diamond would end play West. West would have to blow a trick in the black suit. They could cash the queen of spades, but then they would have to lead away from the 10-7 and to declare as eight, or lead away from the club ace. So I know that the time control for this is 7.5 minutes aboard, which is
That's really fast behind screens.
I'm not even sure they're playing behind screens. I mean, Larry Cohen, I saw a post, said that they didn't play behind screens back in 2006, the inaugural event. So it might be the case that this is just not held behind screens at all. But either way, 7.5 minutes is relatively quick. So it's possible Klukovsky's kind of missed the thread for that reason, that he's trying to play quickly, or he just had a different idea on the hand. Hey, EPL. Good evening.
I think the longer that Pascal thinks, the more sure of his read Klukovsky is going to be, but the more he's also going to realize that he mistimed the play here.
Yeah, now, next question. Does it matter? Because let's say the queen of spades comes back, he ruffs. Now we have to get back to the south hand, so we play a diamond to the... Okay, Pascal just plays ace of clubs, and that blows the hand wide open.
You're saying strip squeeze the west hand by...
Yeah, so we could play a diamond to the ace, and then we can run our hearts before we cash the last spade. If West ever pitches their fifth spade, the idle fifth, then the strip squeeze operates. We just pull the spade and exit a diamond. And if West doesn't... if West holds on to both of their spades, the 5 and 4, then West would have to come down to just one card in the minor suits, or 2 cards in the minor suits, I guess.
You'd have to unguard either the diamond or the ace of clubs.
Yeah, so the diamond's basically already unguarded, but he would also then have to come down to stiff ace of clubs, and therefore we could just exit a diamond or a club and score our
if he comes down to stiff ace of clubs, we won't even have to guess it because we'll have seen the queen and jack pitch.
Exactly, that too, because of the king 10 doubleton. So yeah, it does look like Klukovsky's line of play was still good enough on this layout, and maybe he actually just saw that he realized he didn't need to go ace and a diamond immediately.
Yeah, but he could have just had a minor club on her. There was room for that. See, West would still have to have stiff ace of clubs, but then we'd have to guess it.
Yeah. I mean, I think he always had the ability to guess as long as West held the club ace, and maybe that was his plan all along. Yeah, thanks, EPL. I did get a haircut today. South opens another Polish club. Another strong hand, 19. North bids a heart. Natural.
Yeah, one diamond, not an option. Presumably that's the... are there any good hands built into that one diamond, or is it always just 0 to 6, 0 to 7? Like, do they have an impossible diamond response, that comes to life later, the way the old-timey precision players did?
I think it does exist in Polish Club, but maybe some of the experts in chat can correct me on that. I feel like I've seen that there are hands that are like up to even 11 high card points that just have to bid a diamond, but I could be wrong.
Meanwhile, there are 12 very easy tricks available to north-south.
Yeah, 5 diamonds, 4 clubs, 2 hearts, and a spade. So 6 no trump looks like the right place to play. This is board a match after all. So it would be important if they can find their way there. Although 7 diamonds looks like the spot, right? I mean, it declares unfortunate that they get a 4-1 diamond split, but roughing a heart would often result in a 13th trick.
Well, so there was no alert of two clubs, but I wonder if it was a transfer to diamonds based on the six diamond bid here.
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, we see the ViewGraph operator alerts one club, but I think I had seen that a lot yesterday as well, that they would alert the opening bids and then nothing for the rest of the auction. So you could be right.
It's hard to imagine that South's bid makes any sense otherwise.
So two spades from south showing the extra spade length, and three diamonds from north probably showing the canapé type with longer diamonds, and south just blast the diamond slam. And this could be good news or it could be bad news for the European team. If the North American squad gets to six no trump, they're going to lose the board. If they get to seven diamonds, though, or seven clubs, looks like it also has similar issues. They will not make that contract.
Yeah, this bid though, I mean, maybe it's practical, but South has room to explore. I mean, maybe North had limited her hand, which, you know, I don't know the system well enough to be able to answer that. But if she hadn't, doesn't South have to be worried about a grand? Like, could North be 4-6 in hearts and diamonds? Possibly, or just have a stronger hand, like just give North the 10 of diamonds, and now we can ruff a heart safely, and we have an easy grand.
Well, I mean, right. Like, I don't think the 10 of diamonds is even necessary. Grand is on 3-2 diamonds, basically, which is a pretty
No, but
good
if North has
chance.
the 10 of diamonds, it even wins on. It even makes on this layout.
Right. Exactly. Who's playing at the other table? Good question. I think I saw, well, they don't have a result in yet, but I think I saw for the US, it might have been
Yeah,
the women's pair.
yeah. It's Myers and Sanborn against Brown and Kazmucha.
Yeah.
So Fiona Brown, and I'm not sure who Kazmucha is.
I think that's also the women's pair for Europe.
Got it. Another English woman, presumably.
Not sure, but yeah, possibly.
Oh, no, actually, so well, Fiona Brown is playing for Europe, but she's actually Australian. I'd imagine, resident in the UK for some time, but I think her birth nationality is down under.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Two clubs XYZ is certainly possible, and then three diamonds. South may have but if South thought that North could have six diamonds, his bid is even more hasty. I think. I
Thanks,
don't know.
BK Bridge, that one spade didn't
Uh,
show the strong version yet, but two spades did.
oh, because he would accept the transfer if he had the weekend.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that of course makes sense if two clubs was XYZ type. Well,
Yeah.
1370, we'll have to see how it scores. The other table hasn't even finished playing the first board yet. And North-South once again pick up an interesting collection. 11 opposite 12, but a little bit of a misfit. They do have spades.
And both minors are somewhat friendly with the King of Diamonds on side, Ace of Clubs on side, and if they don't lead hearts, you might be able to set up the clubs. I mean, I guess they can lead hearts the second time, but you're going to come to 10 tricks, I think.
Yeah, now the real question is, so I imagine Pissell would probably overcall heart, which he did, rather than showing 5-5 in the reds with 2 no.
Yeah, red white, it's a little much.
Yeah, so keeping things a little bit lower makes sense on the West cards, and now North gets to start with a spade. Oh, no. North probably starts with 2 hearts.
2 hearts transfer, I think.
Yeah. Because one spade would be 0 to 3 spades, and double would show 4 or 5. So 2 hearts, there we go. Transfer to spades. I mean, 3 hearts from east, surely.
At least, right? I mean, that might not be enough. Yeah, 2 no.
Yeah, 2 no.
4-card limit.
So the 2 hard bid's really nice for North-South. I mean, this kind of I like how they alert the VuGraph operator alerts two hearts as a cubed. Thank you. That very helpful. Because North has promised a six spade, South knows they have a spade fit.
Yeah, I mean, South though has an interesting choice because he does have those seven clubs. Yeah, he shows them.
Yep, three
He figures
clubs.
he can bid three spades over three hearts and have at that point have a really good description of his hand in.
Yeah, pretty sensible. Purcell elects not to try for game here, despite the 5-5. Just the
Yeah,
competitive
I
three
mean,
heart bid.
that's this is a situation where probably three hearts is his weakest bid. I think two no should be forcing to three hearts. Like I do, I personally like to play that when the opponents take us off the hook, we're allowed to be done with the auction. But maybe this is one where I think most players would not agree with that, and even I might not, because that 2-0 does show a pretty strong hand red white.
Yeah, it is. It is certainly an interesting question. North pushes on with four diamonds. Klukowski, of course, pulling back to spades. He has a known fit there. I mean, Purcell can't be all that pleased about the way the auction has progressed. Now his King Jack 10 fifth do not look all that great, but he'll lead a heart. Probably. Wait, what if he leads a trump?
I don't think so, right? Because with the stiff trump and North South having denied a great bid, isn't he going to be looking for a tap?
I would be a little bit more nervous on this type of hand that Declare might score some diamond roughs in the south hand after that four diamond bid. I mean, it's worth considering. Like,
Yeah,
you're
that's true.
certainly right that going after a force can be effective on some of these deals. But yeah, that's got to be what he's puzzling over here. I mean, that four diamond bid, like he knows he does lead a heart, but after some consideration. Well, what does Declare do? Win the heart ace, are we taking a diamond hook? Question number one.
So I think now that we can rough a couple of diamonds, probably not, because we can rough two hearts in hand, and then just well, house 100 that would give us. Let's say the Jack of Spades doesn't behave, we'll still get seven trump tricks and two red aces. That's only nine. So we need a 10th trick somewhere.
Well, yeah, but also it's board a match, right? Like if diamonds are 4-3 with the king on side and spades split, we might just have 12 tricks here. I think it's like I don't think the king of diamonds is all that likely to be offside necessarily just because of the 2-no bid. So diamond hook would be very
No,
appealing to me.
I mean, this feels like the kind of hand where either both minors are onside or both are offside,
Yep.
but I think the ace of clubs, king of diamonds have to be in different hands.
Yeah, that does seem pretty likely, especially if we take the queen of hearts at face value. East has the king of hearts. East has to have one of the other cards, but can't really be both. I mean, would West overcall one heart on queen jack 10 9 fifth and an out? Probably
Right.
not.
Inconceivable, I think.
Yeah. So I mean, what does that mean? Does that mean that we should then play a diamond to the ace and lead a club up? I still think like we just play a diamond to the queen. um, I'm greedy. I want all my tricks.
Yeah, I mean, normally in this kind of situation, you want to also figure out, do we think we did well just to land in a pretty good spot on a tough hand? Maybe
Yeah.
the answer is like everyone kind of gets to four spades because what else is there? But like if you think you've done well to get to this contract, then maybe the 12th trick is irrelevant.
It's true. It's very true. Um, I will bring up, though, at the other table, North South ended up getting to three no trump on the very first board. Sanborn opened two clubs, and over after two spade overcall, ended up rebidding two no. West ended up leading the club ace, continuing clubs, and I mean, that kind of looks like pretty good defense. But East ended up pitching one of her clubs. And so, yeah, actually, just very fascinating overall that getting to 3-0 should have been a big loss for the US team, but a
Hmm.
little bit of worse defense from East West at the other table ends up letting
Yeah, of
430
course.
through,
We see over and over again. In general, 3-0 is a lot harder to defend than other game contracts.
right? Okay, so Klukowski has kind of adopted this line of play, which is to basically cross rough the hand. And it looks like he's going to need to guess that this jack of spades falling is a singleton.
Yeah,
I'm
because he's
not
supposed to
actually
have the
sure if it.
macro.
I think it matters. Does it? No, maybe it doesn't.
I So he needs to play a club now for sure.
Yeah, but so East can win and exit the eight of spades,
Right.
which would technically be enough to beat the contract as long as the defense is careful from there. Um, but yeah, that would be the best thing that Declare could do from this point. So, um, club up with the ace. East had been given club count from partner earlier in the play and does exit the eight of spades instantaneously. Good play from East. West pitches a club, also good defense. And yeah, with South hand Declarer, dummy face up, I think the defense should be relatively
Yeah.
simple to find from here.
Yeah, it's a very good point.
Yeah, Pacell pitches a heart. Klukowski does exit a spade, hoping that East is getting end played into giving up the club king. But Pacell can pitch a diamond, and now East can just lead a heart over to partner's hand, which is high.
Yeah,
So
it's true.
good.
The transfer is very good for North South knowing what they have, but very bad for, showing the defense exactly what's going on in the hand like this.
Right. And yeah, I mean, Klukowski not taking that diamond finesse looks like it is going to end up costing because four spades ended up going down one in this room. We'll have to wait for the other table to catch up. I don't know
Yeah.
how time penalties work, but I imagine there's something that happens if you go over time. Yeah, BK Bridge says rough a heart and lead a club towards the king. If you, this would kind of be a discovery play to look to see where the ace of clubs is, and if the ace of clubs is offside, you expect the king of diamonds to be offside. It's a little bit slow, of course. If the defense wins the club ace and then switches to trumps, you lose out on a diamond rough. So there's lots of options. I mean, Klukowski's line of play could have been best. There were layouts where his line of play would be the best, would yield the largest number of tricks. This just wasn't one of them.
Yeah, I mean, 4-3 diamonds, it would have looked pretty good.
It certainly would have been fine with 4-3 diamonds for sure. But on to board 4 in the
Yeah,
meantime.
some interesting bidding problems here around the table.
Oh, I know. 2 hearts, 2 spade overcall. Not sure if North had the availability of 4 clubs directly, or if even so, they might have still chosen 2 spades. The 3 heart
Yeah.
preempt by East, and South with a fitting spade honor and a double heart stop. Figured 3 no trump has to offer a decent chance. 4 clubs by North. Now Klukowski has to make another decision. I would expect 4-0 to be natural here. He
Yeah,
does
I think
decide to bid 4 spades.
4 clubs has to very strongly imply a 6th spade, right?
I
They've got to be
agree. I
playing with 4
agree.
clubs
Yeah.
as 5-5 in the blacks.
I mean, even so, it could be right at BAM to play a no trump on this hand. Heart
Yeah,
lead.
that's true. I think one problem with playing a no trump is you need the spades to be tricks, and North might have problems, entry problems to the North hand outside the spade suit. And when that's the case, you really need to play in spades.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, very true. Well,
I mean, it is the case here. Of course, spades split, so it doesn't matter. But if spades were, a little less strong in the North hand, you really might need to use them as trumps, kind of paradoxically.
yeah, I mean, there's also the secondary consideration that, like, if Klukowski could play the contract, he would probably prefer to do so as the much stronger player in the partnership. I mean, nothing against North, who just, like, absolutely manhandled Kolesnik and Kaplan yesterday, and that 5 diamonds doubled contract. I know you didn't see it, Craig, but this was, I mean, this was one of the craziest boards ever. But yeah, I think Klukowski definitely does want to end up declare as much as possible.
Nah, North is a strong player for sure. We've seen her on Bugraph in American tournaments as well as some of the World Championships, but South has a claim to be on the short list of the greatest players in the world.
Definitely. Okay, so North gets off to the Ace of Hearts, pitching the Diamond loser. Time to work on clubs, I have to believe.
Yeah, correct.
10 of clubs runs round to the queen. So what does East do now is the real question. East could switch to trumps, and this pretty quickly plays a heart. I was going to say East could switch to trumps, and this would always ensure that she gets a second or a third club trick. The 9 of clubs would set up.
Yeah. Yeah, but look what's going to happen here, right? She's going to get a trump trick if DeClaire tries to ruff clubs, or West will.
Right. Yep. So she can trade the club trick for a trump trick. Is possible.
And DeClaire. Well, as I declare, maybe is like possibly going to get tangled up and worse things happen, although that might be a little unlikely.
Club goes back to the king and ace.
Yeah, there certainly was room for West to have the ace of clubs there instead of the king of diamonds for his week 2.
Yep, heart comes back. Okay, Declare has a little bit of thinking to do, but at this point, whatever she goes with is just going to end up with 10 tricks. Is that true? I mean, I guess roughing a club low.
I think she'd better ruff a club high. I think if she roughs a club low, it's going to be 9 tricks.
Yeah, for sure. But there's another problem with roughing a club high, because now if we take a spade finesse, it's also 9 tricks. So
right.
There's definitely some work to do.
Yeah, meanwhile, the other table is 3-ish boards behind.
I know, this is kind of unbelievable. I mean, I think yesterday I ended up following Kaplan Kolesnik for both sets, or at least one of the sets, and
Yeah, smart move.
they were just very quick.
Yes. Yeah, they both are. Finn especially is lightning fast.
Yeah, BK Bridge says maybe it's best to just play trumps.
Well, so I mean, on this hand, sure, because we can play trumps and lead a low club out of our hand, and he's just stuck. But that's pretty double dummy.
Well, no. I mean, if trumps are 3-2, we just pull trumps and then go jack of clubs club, and we have the last two tricks.
Oh, at this point, sorry, I thought you meant from the beginning.
No. Yeah, I mean here.
Yeah.
And if trumps are 4-1, we can still hope that clubs split 3-3 and just run the clubs from there. They'll get their trump trick. It definitely gives up a couple of chances to make 11 tricks.
Yeah, Jack Doubleton of spades is good enough for 11 tricks at this point.
Right, yeah, or jack third of spades on side. Rough a club high and take a spade hook. So obviously these are all very risky, and we've pointed out a couple ways declare can take 9 tricks from here, but you tend to want to play for these over tricks at board a match.
Yeah, I mean, again, like, assuming the contract is normal, but this feels like a very normal contract.
Yeah, well, I have to say I feel bad for the American squad on board 2. They did reach the... I mean, maybe I don't feel so bad looking at their auction, but I feel a little bit bad that they reached the superior 7 diamond grand, and it happened to go down. All the time save has been consumed here by North to try and make this important decision.
Although, to be fair, 7 diamonds is a reasonable contract, but they sort of got to it on a we don't know what we're doing auction, so I feel like that deserves to be punished a little bit.
That's yeah. That's absolutely right. Okay, Declare does decide to just pull trumps. I think actually a very sensible choice, and plus 620.
Yeah, and Myers and Sanborn, very practiced partnership, but that auction was not evidence of it.
No, not at all.
For those wondering, the auction was a spade, 2 diamonds, 3 diamonds, 5 diamonds, 7 diamonds.
Don't I have a chat command for this? I was perusing my chat commands a while back. I forget what it is. Hold on.
What is the odd command supposed to do?
It's wait for it. I'll get it.
Oh yeah.
Odd bidding.
Going?
Here we go. there we go.
So yet another strong version of the Polish club, 3rd time out of 5.
Yeah, a strong club 3 times here. South does bid a diamond this time with a pretty weak hand, 4 high card points. Spade overcall from West. Double, so I think this often just shows like a strong hand is what I think is going on, but maybe North could have a true takeout double of spades. East gets in a spade raise.
North probably could have been 1-no strong, but that hand is not all that suitable for it.
Nah, and Queen third of spades doesn't look all that great either, so...
You thought that I was including that in the lack of suitability?
Yeah. So 3 clubs by South, 3 diamonds by North. I'm going to pass around, and Pacell should just let this go. He does have pass in his name.
West, you mean, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, South, presumably, likes his hand a little bit in context, but North would cube it to force the issue if she had a true monster.
For sure. I mean, I think he was borderline with the 3 club bid, and he was just trying to compete at this form of scoring. And now he's pretty happy to just be out of the auction, at least in some pseudo sensible spot. 10 of hearts opening lead, so this will pick off the heart suit for Declare. The problem is that Declare doesn't have an entry then to take the diamond hook. So Klukowski might need to just win the King of Hearts at trick 1 and pull trumps.
Well, that could be 10 Doubleton, right? So he could play Ace of Hearts. Oh, I see, because the hearts are blocked anyway.
Yeah.
If he could switch the 8 and 7 to hearts, he might try Ace of Hearts, heart to south spot, 10 of diamonds, hoping that West is led from 10 Doubleton.
He could, and that would be pretty risky as well with the stiff heart, because then West could get 2 roughs. Okay, I mean, he's wagering that either the Diamond King is offside, in which case winning the King of Hearts would be kind of fruitless because he would take losing trump finesse next, or if it's onside, that that West can't get 2 roughs.
If West even is roughing, which is likely but not guaranteed.
Yeah, so this is a pretty dangerous play, but as the spades turn out, there actually isn't a way. Wow, and Purcell was so scared, he didn't even underlead a spade to get a heart rough. Wow. So Klukowski not at all punished for leading a diamond to the 10.
Yeah, now North can take that heart finesse and just lose 3 spades from here.
Right. So ultimately, it does kind of come at the cost of the diamond finesse. So it's trick for trick, but very fortunate for Declare.
Yeah, if West had 1 played Jack of Spades, North can duck it, let's say, but you play a spade to the king, get your rough, and now exit with your other trump, and you'll just beat it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. BK Bridge says, with East not overcalling a heart, it's a lot more likely that hearts are 4-2. Man, I mean, I don't think we ever lead 10 Doubleton. Like, we've been raised the spade suit, right?
I think
it's not. I mean, I also just want to point out it doesn't matter about the 3-3 diamonds. The point is that we're sacrificing an extra trick by giving up a heart rough. If West has King Doubleton of diamonds, it's still very important for us to take the diamond finesse, because if we play a diamond to the 10, West just wins, crosses to partner, and gets a heart rough. So it's not really just that we only pick off 3-3 diamonds by winning the opening heart lead in hand.
Yeah, I think there's another consideration too, which is East's hand is known to be weak, right? Like, sure, they raise to 2 spades, but their hand is bad. Is he super likely to have overcalled Jack empty 5th of hearts? And a weak hand? I think probably not, for at least most players like Janice Seaman Wilson, like, yeah, sure, like the juniors might do it, but I think most of the more experienced players would not. So I don't think, I think there's no real inference that East does not have a 5-card hard suit, because most Easts, like the one that's actually sitting here, would not overcall in that hand. And in fact, she didn't overcall in that hand, which I think is totally normal.
Yeah, pretty reasonable. Okay, I see what you're saying, BK Bridge, that if West has King Doubleton of diamonds and a stiff heart, but if West has King 4th of diamonds and a stiff heart, then we're potentially risking 2 heart roughs and the Diamond King, which is a pretty big disaster.
Spades or Jack of Spades. These could have 2 spade entries very easily.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's a pretty big risk.
Anyway, Moving on to board 6, we've got a strong no trump and a diamond transfer. So East has taken an awfully aggressive view here.
Yeah, and I mean, this probably is going to work out pretty well. The
I
club hook
mean,
works, and South is going to lead a diamond. Oh, North is on lead.
North could lead a diamond. I mean, North will probably try a club, I think. Try to, get a rough in.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah.
I mean, a trump is possible too, but I think I like this club play. Boy, though, I mean, that red white, I don't think East would do this at Imps, but, border match, I guess he figures only a board, as they say.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
well, you can't really say
true.
that too many times.
Yeah, it's I I don't know. I mean, maybe she got a read on North that North had a very weak hand and judged that partner had to have something over there, which he does.
Yeah, and South's bid shows a fit, so, she does have some law trouble tricks protection, but I don't know. He's
Yeah,
pretty
the
psychotic to
redouble
me.
by South is kind of incredible. Um, so if
Well,
they
I
get
think
to
he
four
wanted to
diamonds,
encourage
what
North to double
happens?
something. I like South redouble. He's got 3.5 to 4 tricks in his hand. He wants North to double if he possibly can. Like, he wants North to make a light penalty double at board to match, right, at these colors. He's committing her, but not himself. I think the redouble's a good bid.
Yeah, that's fair. And if redouble passes out and you go down one, it's only 100, so that's not too bad.
No, that would be 200.
Is it? Did I? Oh, it is 200. So it is pretty bad if the redouble passes out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
You've
you're
got a good
absolutely
hand. You've
right
got a
that he
9
has
card diamond fit.
defense, and
Right.
redoubles show defense, not offense.
Yeah. No, we know we have a 9 card diamond fit. We know we have quick tricks in every other suit. Like, I don't know. Don't we think we'll often make 3 diamonds redoubled?
Yeah, I mean, that does seem fair. You got to imagine
I
that
mean, not
partner has a
always, but
hand
often.
similar to this a lot of the time.
Right, just give North, let's say, the 10 of diamonds to go with, and we're in amazing shape. Not amazing, sorry, but we just need one club on our own side.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, three spades doubled. I guess we're gonna find out what is North lead.
Ooh. I mean,
Diamond lead is okay. North lead's a club.
listen to me. I mean, I think
So
I'd rather be east west than north south on this one.
yeah, for sure. I mean, the diamonds happen to be frozen. Declare doesn't know that, but they might feel like they've dodged a bullet without getting a diamond lead. And so with hearts 3-3, they're going to be able to pitch their diamond loser.
I actually think Purcell can place virtually all the high cards, right? South kind of has to have ace, king, ace in the matrix for this double to make sense. The opening lead shows where the king of clubs is.
Sure.
That's 14. I guess South could have the king of diamonds and North has 2 jacks, but, I think West has close to a readout on all the high cards.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. And so then what's he doing? He's just going to pull trumps?
Hope the hearts are 3-3. They can't attack the ace of diamonds. Well, I mean, they can, right? South can lead a diamond, cost a side a diamond trick, but also cost Declare that entry. But Declare's got a spade entry with the spades 3-2.
Yeah, it looks like Declare is going to be coming home pretty happy on this one. Possibly with an over trick. King of clubs comes back. So now what?
Yeah, I mean, now that Jack of Spades obviously makes his life worse now because he really needs to lead one from dummy and he can't do it conveniently.
Yeah, Craig made a pretty convincing argument for where all of the honor cards are. So I think Declare should get a diamond switch right.
I mean, he also, I think, has to know that it's safe to, well, maybe not safe to ruff a club because North could just have the 10 of spades, but
I mean, it's
yeah,
kind of safe. If we
they'll
lead
still
a
be
club
okay.
and North
We still
roughs
make
with the
it.
10, in North roughs with the 10, we just pitch a
We just
diamond.
pitch a diamond. Yeah, and then we'll lose one more spade and a heart, but that's
Yeah,
still
for
nine tricks.
making 3. But I mean, this also looks like it's going to work out okay. He just plays a heart to the king, which seems fine. He might think the clubs are 3-3. North led the 9 of clubs from 9-8 Doubleton. Or at least according to the VuGraph operator, they did. And normally the Polish players will be leading second and fourth.
That's true. Yeah, I got a feeling the operator just didn't know that and saw a club come out and clicked the one they would have led.
So 9 of diamond switch. I guess it's about time to find out if Declare was getting this right.
Well, now he definitely is because now he's seen the king of clubs, ace of hearts, and ace king of spades. I mean, I guess again, South could have yeah, king of diamonds and no jacks, but this has to be going with the odds.
Okay, diamond round to the ace. So the heart suit's blocked, which presents a little bit of a problem at the end of play. But once Declare finds out spades are 3-2, he's going to be pretty excited.
Yeah, but the blockage doesn't even matter, right? He just plays a spade now. What does the defense do?
Well, I think that's the question, right? Because if he plays a spade and South wins with North showing out,
South can't play a club. Now we just rough that and draw trumps because West clubs will be good. We don't need the hearts anymore. And if South does everything
yeah.
else, we draw trumps and unblock the heart. We still got an entry.
Yeah, so let's see. I guess South could play back a
South could try
trump.
ducking the spade. Yeah, and again, that's the last trump. We just unblock the heart and claim.
Well, no, I mean, spades 4-1. This is the problem. It's if spades were
Oh
4-1.
yeah, sure. Yeah, but South wouldn't have taken a month to double if they were 4-1.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Maybe Declare should expect the spades to be 3-2. BK Bridge suggesting setting up the clubs first before pulling trumps, but Purcell does lead a spade up. Now he's going to be pleased to see that the suit splits. So a diamond comes back to the queen.
And Purcell is, a pretty good at the table player. I think, I think he trusted his read, and I would trust him to have a good read most of the time. That's it. I think he's pretty confident where the ten of spades is. So just gonna, cross rough and or catch the queen of hearts, like just lead hearts through south.
Yeah, this feels like a bit of an unusual play. I don't think he should have cashed that jack of hearts. He should just rough to club, heart to the jack, rough to club, and then rough to heart back to hand to pull the last trump and claim the 7 of clubs. But either way, this line of play does end up working. He might have had a full count on South's shape anyway. Actually, I guess he probably did, right? South was marked with 3 spades, exactly 3 diamonds from the auction, and 4 clubs from the opening lead, or
right.
Maybe if he guessed that. So 930, nice result. Scores up the overtrick. Yeah, as BK Bridge points out, I was also a bit worried about 4-1 trumps. Craig kind of makes the case that trumps probably aren't because of the tempo of South's decisions, but you do want to be a little bit careful when you're in these doubled contracts, even at border match. Spade opener from Purcell. North makes a takeout double.
Very European of her.
I mean, I'm just kind of like looking at it when partners a passed hand that you're a lot less likely to have a game looking at those North cards.
I would never double on that hand.
Yeah, so, I mean, as it is, it has pushed East-West up to 2 spades. They were going to get there anyway. And it has exposed a little bit about the missing high cards.
Yeah, and it was going to go with spade and no trump, 2 spades with north-south not bidding, presumably, at a lot of tables.
Right, so same heart lead that we would get. Declare can pull trumps. And then has a bit of work to do in the club and diamond suits. I mean, the ace of diamonds happens to be onside, but Declare might not believe that after the double from North. So Purcell ducks the heart.
It might be attractive to play for the jack of clubs onside, since that's a card North is less likely to need for her double.
Yeah, that's one thing he could do. I was looking at the possibility of stripping the hearts maybe and trying to throw North in to lead a minor suit. But there's a lot of options. I mean, even a low diamond towards the jack has some merit.
That would build a trick if North had both the ace queen of diamonds and they couldn't attack clubs to knock that ace out of dummy.
Right. And I mean, in this case, it also ends up working because South can't get in until the jack of diamonds has been set up to pitch a club. Okay, 2 rounds of hearts. And Declare does play a spade to the 10, overtaking, using that 10-7 doubleton of spades to rough a 3rd round of hearts. Now it gets to exit a spade, and North has been end-played, in fact. North must lead a minor suit. Klukowski's plays in spades. He played the 2 and then the 3. But North does work out to switch to diamonds anyway. I guess I wasn't paying attention to his heart cards. He played encouraging 5. Yeah. He then played the 8. I mean, Klukowski's played all of his lowest possible spot cards at every opportunity. I'm not sure how North worked out to play diamonds instead of clubs.
And again, we are assuming the play record is accurate.
That's true. Yeah, it's possible that that's not at all what happened, but good point.
And meanwhile, we've been complaining about the pace of play at the other table, but we've played 6, coming on 7 boards in a full hour of play. Not exactly keeping on pace at this table either.
That's true.
I'm much better than the other tables. 4 in 1 hour.
I know. I mean, someone feels like they're getting penalized here. There's not much of a break in between segments. BK Bridge says South needs to stick in the 10 of diamonds here, which he's definitely thinking about it. The point being that if it goes ace of diamonds diamond or ace of diamonds heart, for example, then North comes under some sort of like funny pressure. Because what ends up happening is Declare can just pull trumps and lead the queen of clubs or 10 of clubs out of hand and duck when North covers. And North is end played into leading a minor suit, either setting up the jack of diamonds, or giving declare an extra club. And I guess on the king of hearts return, declare doesn't have that option, but then declare can actually just run the spade suit. Is that correct? Let me think about that. If South wins the diamond ace and plays back the heart king. Oh, because the king of diamonds hasn't been released. Yeah, okay. So that also would be enough.
Yeah, North gets into some trouble.
Wait, South can win the ace of diamonds and play a club back. That works, right? No, declare just ducks in both hands.
You can just duck it. Yeah.
Okay, rectifying the count, and the king of diamonds still hasn't been. Yeah, so there's actually a lot of interesting things that can happen if South wins the diamond ace, depending on what gets returned. But one question I have is, like, would declare necessarily find all of those lines of play? I'm not certain. Like, as you mentioned earlier, Craig, club to the ace, club to the 10 has a lot going for it.
Yeah, so let's see. So declare at this point, though, does know South has ace of diamonds, king, like ace of diamonds from the tank and king of hearts from the carding. So maybe North does kind of need everything else for this crazy takeout double to make sense.
I mean, it was a 13 count with a doubleton spade, like
a doubleton spade, but only 3 hearts.
Yeah. Hey, I'm with you, but
like, and north-south are vulnerable, and the north-south, the north hand is obviously really soft because of the 4 defensive ace kings. South now has 2 of them. Like, I don't know, at some point North just has to have enough to justify this action. And like the jack of clubs is sort of a random card, but maybe it starts to look more important when the north hand is otherwise pretty insane.
That's true. Okay, BK Bridge asks, if South puts in the 10, isn't the defense still in trouble? So what happens? Declare wins the king, and then pulls the trump. I guess North can throw a club. What do we pitch from dummy? A heart, let's say. You're suggesting we exit a diamond. So what happens if the defense plays 2 rounds of diamonds? I think the defense comes out on top, right? If they play 2 rounds of diamonds at that point. Oh, is it because the 8-7 of diamonds are actually important cards? We can hook against the 9. Wait, so South can put in the 5 of diamonds. Hold on. Is that necessary? Because if South sticks in the 10 of diamonds, declare can win the king, and as BK Bridge says, cash the king of spades, pitching a heart. North can let go a club and lead a diamond. If North plays low, we stick in the 8, and if South then wins the ace to return a diamond, we just pitch a club, setting up the jack to ditch 2 club losers. Well, Klukowski wins the diamond ace, so we maybe I will look at that one after the set if we have time. And he does push a club throw. So this is kind of the easiest one for declare to get right, I would say. I mean, not that Klukowski has done anything wrong. It's just because declare can now stick in the 10 of clubs, and
this is fine. You can just duck this, stick in the 4 and just duck it.
Sure.
We're planning to duck it. It doesn't matter whether you stick in the 10 or not.
That's true, but I mean, like, you may as well play the 10, right? But okay. So declare now
because
ducks.
if South did have the jack, then yes, it would either force the king or hold.
And now North just does get squeezed in the minor suits, and the squeeze is automatic. So Declare's plan is pretty simple from here. Win whatever the exit is in the west hand. Well, hopefully a diamond. Win the diamond exit in the west hand and run the spades, and the squeeze happens automatically. Okay, now I'm very curious. Thank you for pointing this out, BK Bridge. I do want to look at whether the 5 of diamonds was the play from Klukowski there, just on a double dummy basis. Pretty interesting. Okay, looks like a claim happened. Purcell was getting tired of waiting. We're still a few boards ahead of the other table. Yeah, 2.5 right now.
Obviously, if there is time trouble, it would be nice to have a electronic play record instead of however they're going to adjudicate it here.
Yeah. Declare should have put in the 7 or 8 of diamonds to prevent the possibility of South sticking in the 5. Right. Just straight out of Adventures in Card Play right here.
So this is a little more normal takeout double, 15 count with 4-4 in the majors.
Yeah, the takeout double, South bids a no trump, which gets alerted for some reason. One knows an interesting choice by South.
Yeah, 2 diamonds is the alternative, but the North hand might just, this double for them might just say nothing about diamonds. That would be a very European treatment. Like if North could do this on 4-4-2-3 totally freely, which I think they could, diamonds becomes a lot less attractive on a suit like that.
Yeah, it's also the case that you might still just want to play no trump at board of match scoring instead of playing diamonds. So
yeah, and you want to show your values when North has a good hand too.
Right. Heart lead. Yeah, I mean, the diamonds are somewhat friendly. The queen 4th is on side, but Declare might not pick off the diamonds for 4 tricks.
I mean, let's say we win a heart, play a couple of diamonds, see West pitch, play a spade up, play another diamond. Yeah, we're in pretty good shape here.
Yeah, for sure. You have 2 diamond entries to lead spades towards the king, queen twice. You'll get a couple of hearts, 3 diamonds, 2 spades, and the defense is going to need to be careful to unblock the hearts to make sure that East can get in to push a club through.
Mm-hmm. Well, Kolesnik is saying 90 is the limit. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 90 is the double dummy limit. We'll see whether it's the single dummy limit.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he's been struggling as like the solo text commentator.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, Dezu. They should make it, but it feels a little bit bad that the diamonds split. Sometimes these 4-1 breaks happen. So king of diamonds, diamond to the jack, West shows out, and yeah, now Declare does need to revert to playing spades. Tries the 8 of spades, Purcell covers with the 9, just in case. You never know.
It is true. There's some possibility that North-South could get overboard here. You know, South had a pretty minimum 1 no trump. If North had tried raising or doing something, North-South would be in kind of a precarious spot.
Yeah, although it's still not that obvious. how the defense avoids the end play. I mean, it looks like they've kind of worked it out here because, like, even when Declare exits a spade, Purcell has already seen Declare show out on the second heart, so he'll just exit the Jack of Hearts.
Well, he better catch that spade first, right? Because if he plays Jack of Hearts, we can duck it.
Right.
Catch the ace of spades before playing a heart. Yeah.
Cash the ace of spades, and Molson better pitch a club. She does. She's all over it.
Good
now
job.
The Jack of Hearts. Up with the king, exit a heart, but Ace 8 is a little bit too big of a card.
Yep. So nicely done by the defense, but plus score for North-South still feels pretty good for them.
Yeah, plus 90. I mean, it looks like a diamond partial is probably also a decent landing spot because you can rough a club in the north hand. Nine count from north. Will pass in first seat. East gets first crack at it. One club. Would you ever call two clubs with the south hand opposite after a one club opener?
What?
Favorable? Pass partner?
What are you talking about?
No?
I mean, overcall two clubs over what?
Over one club if it's natural.
Come on. Even if it is, I mean, I'd rather bid three clubs. At least that makes things a little difficult for the opponents.
Sure.
I mean, I wouldn't. I think it's insane, but
Well, we'll never know if they had that available to them. Klukowski did not bid.
Well, back here in the real world, East-West are going to get to four spades.
Club a spade, two spades. Yeah, West with the 12 count, just gonna blast the game. I mean, probably checks back with 2-no to make sure they're not in a 4-3 fit. Just kidding. Doesn't check back with 2-no. Maybe they don't raise on 3 very often. Diamond lead. Well, this isn't gonna make, is it? Probably not.
I mean, and if the King of Hearts were in South, we probably would, right? Once they didn't lead a trump.
Yeah, but unfortunately this time it is not. Not sure what Klukowski's thinking about. Dude, what is the 4 of diamonds? I can't stand it. I can't stand it.
Well, let's just assume that South being one of the world's great players, this is just a system card. The 9 maybe just would be, guaranteeing a single to 9 or something. I guess it's not possible, but, if it's the system card, it's the system card.
But like he only wants clubs led and he has the 2 of diamonds. Like, no, this is I've seen him play this way too much. Like him playing with Kalita, they just play murky signals. Like that's their carding agreement. They just play their middle spot cards at every opportunity. And I can't stand it. It makes me so mad.
I mean, I don't obviously they think there's a reason why it's good, but it's possible that they play that, they just don't play a lot of carding. So middle is just partner, I have nothing interesting to say, and high or low are really emphatic signals.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm not saying it's the way I would want to play, but maybe it's kind of consistent with what we're seeing. All right, so by the way, kind of a cute play by South. 9 of clubs, he won the king. Makes the position look a little, different from the way it really is.
Yeah, I mean, it's in some sense, a strong false
Three,
carding
yeah.
principle that North is pretty unlikely to duck the club king in a position like this. I mean, it's possible, but not guaranteed. So he was just kind of winning the card he was known to hold. But of course, he could have won the jack, as you point out. And then, really important, this 10 of spades switch, I think. He realizes Declare's plan is to try and cross rough spades and diamonds. So by returning the 10, he's making sure that partner doesn't squander a high spade spot. If he had returned the 3 of spades and his partner had mistakenly played the 9 on that card when Declare played low from hand, then his partner wouldn't have been able to overruff Declare. So like the difference between the 10 of spades and 3 is like technically irrelevant, but it does take a little bit of strain off of North. Well, club gets roughed. Yeah, diamond rough, club rough. He's going to get the bad news. Hey, Allie. He's probably thinking, how do I want to guess the clubs now? Because he's expecting that North has the jack of clubs, so he does lead the queen, covered by the ace. But North will just pitch a heart on this trick, and now Declare realizes that he's in some trouble.
Yeah, you can take 4 fairly easy tricks, but a 5th one is looking pretty impossible to me. Is that true? Yeah, I think it is true.
Yeah, just I think at this point you just kind of have to give up and rough the diamond. If you don't, the defense will get in and pull another trump. So yeah, there's diamond rough, club rough. And even with the king of hearts on side, you're just not making it anymore. He's going to be pleased to realize the king of hearts was offside. But I think the line of play that you might have been suggesting, saying, what if South had the king of hearts, was rough the diamond at trick 2 and immediately lead a heart towards the queen. And
yeah, they can lead a trump then, but we would have 7 spades, 2 hearts, and 1 diamond for 10.
Exactly. So Declare probably a bit miffed that he wasn't able to later try the heart finesse, but he's going to be very, very happy to realize that it was off the whole time.
Well, as expected, 930 was a win for the Americans. 170 the other table in 3 spades, but no doubles, so that cost the Europeans the board.
Yeah. I mean, I do actually like seeing defenders be very gracious in preventing their partners from making mistakes. North was winning the diamond trick and could have just safely exited a trump from her hand, but Klukowski elected to rough their partner's winner to cash a club and take their partner off an end play. So very friendly of him to do so. 4 spades goes down 1. East opens a heart. 14 count, 7 card heart suit. Take out double from South. 2 hearts from Purcell.
Yeah, which makes North's life maybe a little easier. Like with this, a hand he probably would have had to bid 2 spades on, but it's pretty light now. This 2 spades is comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely. So 4 hearts by Molson, taking up some space. Huh. I wonder if we're going to see a double from South with three aces. Four spades, okay. Going after the game bonus. And is this going to work? It looks like probably. Two clubs and a diamond to lose, but there's no way to get to West's hand for a club rough.
Yeah, you would love to be able to tap north and try to stop north south from using those clubs, but you just can't. I
BK
mean, there's
Bridge
still,
don't
let's
like the four
see.
heart bid.
I think it's automatic.
I guess the concern is that we don't have defense against four spades and you don't want to push them into it.
Yeah, they haven't bid it. Yeah, right. Like South made a takeout double. We've seen North South. They're perfectly willing to do this light, as most players are. North just said, I'd rather play two spades than defend two hearts. You don't know what's going on. You might make four hearts. They might make four spades. They might make three spades and not be able to double the board to match, which is really important.
Yeah, there are definitely some positives for the four heart bid. And
I mean, the alternative is to you have to bid something and three hearts. Just I don't know. It feels like a give up bid to me.
I would be a little bit nervous on these cards as well that four hearts could get doubled. I mean, partner showed kind of the weak raise, the two hearts over the takeout double showing a pretty weak hand.
Mhm.
How careful does Declare need to be here? I mean, like technically the diamond's just set up, but there's some
I
work
mean,
to do.
we could lead a club a trick too, but that's so often going to lead to a club rough, which would be a disaster. But if we don't, drawing trumps is really scary.
Yeah, we certainly can't pull trumps because if we pull three rounds of trumps and then work on clubs, they're going to get in twice and force us in hearts a couple of
No,
times.
if we pull the rounds of trumps, I think we're committed to playing on diamonds. Because then we might catch on or 10-30 diamonds on side, and one tap isn't gonna shut out the diamond suit the way it
I
will the
mean,
club suit.
actually, I guess it is actually possible to pull trumps and work on clubs. We can end in the south hand and just play for 3-2 clubs with the honors split. We lead a club to the queen, they force us in hearts, but then we're in the correct hand to lead another club up towards the jack, and north has the long trump. So
Right.
it's possible to take this line of play. Um, I absolutely agree with the sentiment that four hearts is not making on the east hand. So
Right.
the real question
Yeah,
is
I
just
would.
like how much of a benefit do we get from preempting the auction? And I
Yeah.
think Craig pointed out a couple ways it could win. There are definitely ways where it doesn't win. I'm not sure I'm sold either direction. Okay, Declare pulled two rounds of trumps and then led a club. A heart forces
Oh,
dummy.
one thing I really like about Four Hearts is like we expect them to make four spades, but they have no real expectation that they can make four spades. Like North isn't bidding again for sure. Is South really bidding four spades on his normal takeout doubles? Almost certainly not. So I think Four Hearts is really good on those layouts.
Yeah, it's true. Like four, if you bid three hearts, South might bid three spades, and North could take a push.
Or not, right? Minus 140 is still worse than minus 100 if they don't double us. Like we
It's
don't
true.
want to defend three spades either, even if whether it's 140 or 170.
Yeah, it's very true.
Yeah, I think Disney though, like partner doesn't have a singleton spade, right? Because I mean he could, North could have five of them, but most of the time the opponents have only eight spades. Yeah, I mean, if partner has a stiff spade, then four hearts looks great, obviously, but I think that's, kind of a possibility, but not one of the main ones we're looking for when we make that bid.
Okay, I declare. So I I think the whole plan of pulling 3 rounds of trumps made a lot more sense than pulling 2 rounds of trumps and doing this. Because here, I mean, kind of as we see, clubs didn't have to be 4-1. Clubs could have been 3-2, and this defense would still have been good enough to beat the contract. Um, all right. 4 spades goes down a trick. I think Declare was going to be in trouble regardless. Like, maybe you can make a case for running the 9 of clubs on the first round of the suit, but once you play a club to the queen, you're probably just going to lose 3 clubs or 2 clubs in a club rough. It was going to be a difficult hand to make. So Klukowski's bid might have been technically best if they did play the hand double dummy, but maybe just going after 4 hearts would have been the practical choice. We'll see what happens in the other room.
Yeah, that feels good for East West, though, pushing them to that four spades and then having them not make it.
For sure. 2 passes go around to a Polish club, this time not the strong variety, just the weak no trump variety. A heart by South. East didn't really have a way to come into the auction. She could have overcalled a no trump, but probably just didn't feel like it, expecting to maybe make a takeout double spades later.
Right. I think that's the main possibility.
Well,
and in fact, he is instead going to. So this is obviously a support double by North. South could gamble out a pass here.
yeah, this is going to be very shocking if that's what ends up happening. South does try 2 diamonds instead, looking for a better fit there. I think North will correct to 2 hearts.
Yeah, then East maybe takes a shot at this, right?
Yeah, I think was East's whole plan after 1 spade got doubled, is if North hadn't found a support double, if North had just passed a spade, East would have had to do something. I mean, 15 count, despite partner being a passed hand, partner it should have something for the 1 spade bid. We can see Purcell does not. But I think Molson is now thinking the opponents are in trouble.
I mean, it's not clear she's wrong, right?
No, I'm not exactly sure how 2 hearts is going to do. Oh, North passes 2 diamonds. Whew. She does go after it.
Well, North is going to run now, but obviously you still hit that too.
Well, the question is, will West run? I don't know. I mean, I'm with East on this one. I don't really see.
I think West has to respect he's doubling, like just because you don't have your bid doesn't mean partner doesn't have hers. And, we can see it's the end of the world for us to bid out. We just have to hope the partner has it beaten independently of our garbage.
Okay, 2 diamonds redoubled. Here we go.
This redouble, presumably, South knows that he's in a world of hurt. He may just be trying to, play a little poker here and job East West into taking him off the hook.
Well, that's definitely a scare tactic that can be employed, and I'm not sure that he's fully convinced he's going down. I mean, his partner they have at least half the deck, sure, and he has some shape. And it's not so bad if East has Ace, King, Queen, Jack, 4th of diamonds, right? So we lose 4 diamond tricks, and then what?
That's true, and North did prefer diamonds to hearts, so we maybe have an 8 card fit there.
Yeah, Purcell goes after a heart lead. It's not like he had great options available to him. A spade would have been a disaster, but yeah, this 9 of hearts lead does help declare a little bit in possibly picking up the heart suit. Klukowski plays
And a spade.
low, and East should definitely duck this trick. East should know 100% that the hearts are 4-4-3-2 around the table, given the auction. South would have gone to
Yeah, but
two hearts.
he might just play as a heart spade though. But a spade by West wouldn't be that catastrophic, right? We still got our spade trick.
Yeah, I mean, but still, it's giving Declare the 10 of spades or whatever and allowing them to start working on the trump suit immediately feels like a pretty big loss for the defense.
True.
Now Klukowski's in some trouble.
Yeah, like what do you even do here?
So
Like
diamond to the
presumably
jack,
you
East
know.
wins. Then what, though? Does East push a spade, or does East go ace of hearts heart? Because if East plays a spade, Declare can win the ace and then play another diamond, pulling West trumps, and then there's no heart ruff coming.
Yeah, I think we give West the rough, and you know, I don't know.
BK Bridge is in for making. It's possible.
Hmm.
I mean, there's not a ton of defensive tricks that I see yet. And especially with West having no entry to play King of Spades spade, pulling that Queen of Spades entry off the dummy, Declare eventually will get over there to play, Ace of Clubs to pitch their 4th round spade loser and possibly take some heart hooks.
Yeah, it's like what 8 tricks are we proposing Declare comes out of this hand with? So 3 diamonds, 2 hearts is 5,
2 spades and a
two
club.
2 spades in the club. Yeah, all right.
So, I mean, it looks to me like a spade switch is going to be the most challenging for the Declare rather than ace of hearts and a heart. But yeah, Klukowski does need to start working on trumps at some point. I mean, he knows what's going on in the heart suit after this lead and with East ducking. I think he's mostly playing double dummy. Oh, did I misspeak? I'm sorry. I'm tired. Spade switch is the easiest for Declare. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
I definitely misspoke. You're right.
I mean, West could have the king of clubs, right? I think he's might have done the same thing with ace queen fourth, and slip spade.
Sure. But I don't think clubs are ever going to come into the picture for the defense because East is always on lead. I mean, I guess diamond to the queen, ace of hearts, heart ruff, and then a club switch is a thing that could happen. But that doesn't really seem to be relevant.
Boy, this is just endless, though. 90 minutes and counting to play 10 boards.
I know. I think the set is scheduled to be over by now. Let me check the website and make sure, but Yeah, I think it is 90 minutes for 12 boards is what it's scheduled to be for the event. Yeah, that's correct. So, oh wait. No. Oh, I missaw. It's 100 minutes for 12 boards.
So
Okay.
that was kind of a standard-ish 8 and change minutes per board.
Yeah. So diamond to the king, 2 rounds of hearts roughing. And East asks for clubs, so I guess Pacella is going to lead a club. There it is.
If he gets greedy and finesses, or not greedy, just like trying to take an extra shot for Nate's trick, is he going to be in some trouble here now that if he gets tapped?
It doesn't look like it because the 9 of clubs is too big of a card. Like, East is getting in almost exclusively for the defense because East will be in with the diamond queen next.
Yeah, but if the queen of clubs is gone, East can just return a low club.
Yeah, but then when East gets in later, East can't return another low club.
No, but you can get out with the spade now, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I guess the point is we can't force declare
Yeah.
twice. Well, anyway, I expect declare to just like win the club ace and play the jack of diamonds. But you're right. I mean, maybe the point is if West happens to hold the club king, then we do need to stick in the queen here. Oh, yeah, chat was saying this as well. I'm so tired.
Yeah, I'm not going to make it through the next segment.
So we can't just play the 9 of clubs here, right? Is that what we're learning? We play the 9, East covers, we ruff, we play a diamond.
No, I think the 9 I think is okay because now that end play with East always in is okay because Dummy still has that club tennis. I think the queen is the bad card.
Well, right. But I mean, if we can just play the 9 and claim, I have to imagine Klukowski would do that. He might be looking into it. But so it goes 9 of clubs, covered, ruffed. We play a diamond to the jack. I guess East ducks. And then we play a spade to the ace and lead the 10 of diamonds, and East wins. If they exit a diamond or heart, we pull trumps and lead a spade up, and then we claim.
Yeah.
And otherwise, East returns a club. We now get 2 pitches on the ace queen of clubs, and then maybe we need to cash the king of hearts somewhere along the way. But I think the point is that putting in the 9 of clubs does appear to be a claim.
Yeah, I think I'm convinced. I mean, assuming the spades are 5-1, but let's make that assumption.
Right. I mean, and if spades weren't 5-1, West could have returned a spade here to give partner a ruff.
No, I meant 4-2.
Oh, 4-2. Yeah, okay, fine. I see. I mean, Pacell did have a pretty bad hand, so yeah, maybe he does only have a 4-card spade suit. Well, a couple of boards coming through for Europe.
Oh my God, the other table is going to finish first.
Oh! He does stick in the club queen. Okay, so it goes king of clubs ruff. Now,
all right. So I had made the claim. I thought that this was enough for him to go down, but let's see if that happens in real life.
Right, right. So diamond goes to the jack. Okay, Molson immediately wins the queen. And I guess the point is that now a club return is what you're suggesting. So we return a club to the jack
Yeah.
and ace. Yeah, but Molson plays back a spade. So now declare makes it. Yeah, the entire time Molson was just trying to get the spade ruff. She didn't know who had the ace of spades.
Right.
I mean, listen, like, as a USA fan, I am blaming West entirely for this this mishap. The one spade bid, completely unnecessary.
So meanwhile, going into the last two boards, the other table is caught up, and it's 5-5.
Yeah, 5-5, although this feels like a pretty good result for Europe on this one, so we'll need
Yeah.
a bit of a swing back on board 12 if we want to push the match.
Yeah, this is 560, I believe. Yep.
560. I will say Molson has been kind of on fire with her defenses earlier in the segment, though, so we can blame her for getting this one. We can't really hold it against her for getting one wrong, especially when partners overcalled on a 5 count.
Yeah.
One spade by West. East bids a no trump. Uh-huh.
South is pausing here, but there's no way he's going to bid at these colors, right?
I mean, yeah, he doesn't. Those suits are so bad.
Yeah.
So 2 hearts from Purcell. Wait, what? Oh, hold on. No, undo. Okay, 2 hearts from Purcell. And a pass by East, pretty happily. Now it's time.
Yeah.
2-0.
I mean, you still don't love it red-white, but it's automatic.
Yeah, but I think Purcell immediately bids 3 hearts here. What?
Well, I think he might want to make sure that East goes on to 4 hearts if she had like a marginal, pass that was like a 2.5 heart bid. I mean, 3 hearts maybe would accomplish that too, but that might sound more competitive.
I mean, does he have more than a minimum 5-5?
Well, I guess actually also he only showed 5-4.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just speculating. Like double wouldn't have occurred to me, so.
Yeah. I mean, it's true. I do think double would tend to be a hand that's honestly more interested in penalizing them than in competing. But maybe that was his plan. Wow.
So
Just lets it
I
go.
was going to say, like, not when he doubles and then pulls, except he didn't pull.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, 3
Like,
diamonds
presumably
all
doubled and
pass.
pull shows extra. Like, doubled and pull, whether or not he's doubled should show extra offense, but doubled and pass is just bizarre, I think.
Yeah, it's true. BK Bridge says that East doesn't have to have 4 hearts. I mean, East doesn't have to have a particularly good hand, but we're favorable.
No.
It is board a match. I mean,
when East doesn't have 4 hearts, she has 1 spade, though.
Right? Yeah.
And therefore, we know that hearts will still play pretty well in a 5-3 with spade roughs going.
Yeah. Is this the 100th deal of the day? Dezu asks. Not quite.
I mean, it feels like the 100th deal of the set.
I mean, yeah, it does kind of feel like we've been here for hours, which I guess technically we have been a little bit, almost 2 hours now. Yeah. But no, this is the first segment of the day. It is being played in China.
Yeah, where in China is this event? Do we know?
It is in uh, Qingdao, Shandong, if that means anything to you.
Um, it doesn't really.
Qingdao City in China. Okay, hold on. I'm going to get this up on maps. It
It's
is.
northeastern China.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's like mid to northeastern. It's like southeast of Beijing.
Yeah, west of the Koreas.
Three Diamonds looks like it's doing okay.
Yeah, Declare has still to lose. Obviously, a trump and a spade.
Yeah, that's
That's
it.
kind of it, though. You can set up the clubs now.
Yeah, so Three Diamonds making four. Looks like North South had the opportunity to compete to four diamonds if East West got to three hearts, but they weren't forced to do so. Let's head to the other room, finish out the set. There. Oh God. Yep, that's a win, teammates. Let's just move on to the next board. Yikes. Well,
That had to be a very disappointing deal for Joe Myers North, defending three clubs with Ace Queen 9 fifth and going minus 470.
yeah. Yeah, pretty sad. I mean, now at least Janice Molson won't be upset about not beating Two Diamonds redoubled.
Well, now wait a second. Even worse than that, holding Ace Queen 9 fifth, defending three clubs doubled, and your partner was the only person on your side who ever took a bid.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, the 12 count. Opposite partners takeout double. Past hand takeout double.
Yeah, nonetheless. I think if you're north, you're already like counting your 300 and 500 point under tricks.
Yeah, be careful when you start doing that, though, because something like this could happen.
Wow, it looks like a heart lead always lets it make, and the best you can do on a side suit lead is down one, according to Deep Finesse anyway, for Gib.
I believe it.
Wow, let's see if the auction goes the same. It does not. South is not tempted here. Well, I guess tempted because he did hitch before passing two hearts, but decides that with this hand and these colors, it's a little too risky.
Yeah, it's a different flavor of auction because with the Bart 2 diamond bid, I guess that's what's going on here. Something like that.
I mean, not Bart, but it's something artificial, obviously.
Yeah, 2 diamonds showing
Bart
heart,
would be-
whatever the thing is. West could have a big hand, so now South is a little bit concerned about coming in over 2 hearts, whereas at the other table, it was just a balancing sequence, and of course, South would want to come in the balancing seat. So another good board for Europe, and I don't know what's going on in the other matches, but that probably means that Europe is going to retain their lead going into the 6th segment. I guess I'll pull up the live results and see how everyone is doing after round 5. Oh, yeah. Europe also had a big win over China this round. So they're well and comfortably in the lead by almost 10 points. Yeah, at the other table, I think the difference was, as BK Bridge points out, that East-West didn't really have the same sort of agreement about what West
Yeah,
double of 2 no trump is. Like, to me, I would kind of interpret it the way that Molson did, which is that it's more penalty oriented.
same.
But Purcell obviously kind of thought that it was showing extra offense.
Yeah, I think that's a weird interpretation. But also Molson and Purcell, I think, have not played a lot of bridge together, and it's showing.
Yeah, that's the case for sure. But another win for Europe means they're going to further increase their lead over China, who's still in second place, and the USA is pulling up the rear. Even if it's penalty
Yeah,
oriented, could it be that wrong to bid 3 hearts over 3 diamonds anyway? With East's hand, I mean, East has Queen Jack third of diamonds.
I mean, West should not be defending 3 diamonds on a hand like that. It's just crazy too.
Like if West is 5-4-2-2 or 5-4-3-1, I don't think we really want to be playing 3 hearts East West on these cards. I think we would rather be defending. I don't know.
I think East Pass is normal. Like you can't really double despite partners allegedly saying he wants a penalty, but I don't think West can risk defending with 5-5 and a stiff diamond,
Yeah, I do think
especially
that.
after partner couldn't double after you suggested it.
Right. I mean, I do think that agreements is kind of the main culprit here, that East West
Yeah,
just weren't on the same page. And so they'll
that is for
probably have a
sure.
talk.
All right, well, I think on that, I am going to go because I'm exhausted and want to go to sleep fairly soon.
Sounds good. Thanks for stopping by,
Cool.
Craig. See you
Yeah, good to
later.
see you. Thanks for hanging out, everyone.
And the opening lead was the Queen of Hearts, which got ducked. The Jack of Hearts, I think, was continued. Declare won. Declare led the 8 of Spades. North ducked to the 10. And then Rough to Heart. And then led another spade. North was in. And a 3 of diamonds was led. So this was basically the position. And so my thinking was South might be able to stick in the 5, pull a trump, North pitches a club. And then the theory was on a diamond exit. 1 second. We're doing something important here. On a diamond exit, it could go diamond, diamond. And if Declare pitches a diamond, South just switches to clubs. So Declare has to ruff. But now on the Queen of Spades, on the Queen of Spades, North can pitch a club, and North will eventually get in with a club to cash a diamond, holding Declare to 8 tricks. So I don't think that's good enough, but I do think that on the 3 of diamonds switch, if Declare sticks in the 8 or 7, I'm just going to quickly click on the double dummy thing, and we can look. Apparently the defense can still come out on top after the 8 or 7 have been played. There's no way for Declare to actually make enough tricks. Huh. That's a little surprising. Anyway, interesting hand. I think I'm done with my analysis for now. Pass by North, East opens a no trump. Maybe if I was less tired, I would feel like thinking it through. 16 count from East. West passes. North comes in with 2 clubs in the balancing seat. Like clubs in a major, I guess. Takeout double from East. South raises to 3 clubs. Aggressive on 4-3-3, but you probably have to be. it's a lot better to raise immediately and put pressure on the opponents than it is to kind of balance 3 clubs once they get to 2 of whatever suit they end up in. Because then they're going to feel like maybe they should be doubling you. North led the 7 of diamonds at trick 1. What a beast. Just what an absolute beast here. And Declare immediately misguesses. Diamond goes to the queen. Brogland can return the 2 of diamonds. Or maybe he'll return the 4 of clubs. And it'll go club to the ace, ace of diamonds, club back, diamond ruff. Wow. No wonder these guys are plus so much on the butler. Hey, Koopa. Brogland on point. A diamond comes back immediately. Bakke underleads the ace of clubs. I mean, it's almost like they've seen the hand records, isn't it? But brilliant defense. This is, I think we saw Brogland underlead an ace to great effect in the HCL event last week, and now we see his partner doing it here. Brogland decides to cash the king of clubs first and then give his partner a ruff. He doesn't want to break hearts himself, so heart back probably. Watching Real Bridge will be a nice break from the E-Bridge Cup. Have you been playing? How are you doing? Also, what stage are they in right now? Is it like the finals? Is it semifinals? How many people are left? I have not been following all that drama at all. So, I mean, not only did North-South win this in the auction by pushing the opponents to the 3 level, but they even took more tricks than the defenders at the other table, thanks to that underlead of the diamond ace. It's the semifinals, and you're right on the cut line. Ooh, boy. How many days are left? Or do you still have more sets to play, or are you just kind of like patiently waiting to see if you qualify? Till the end of the month. Gotcha. You've been playing every day? I see. Well, good luck. I do wish you the best, although I certainly was not going to participate in that. I am absolutely done with the BBO robots. Declare thinks for a long time, and Brogland shows him his hand. So 7 tricks, 2 down, a win for Europe. I mean, the results of this table could just be a total slaughter with Europe's open partnership, Bakke and Brogland, playing up against the mixed partnership for the USA. Understandable. You think I'd be infuriated by playing the event? Me too. Like, I can handle some of these events that are like just a weekend, like the Robot NABC. That's very manageable, but doing something, this is what, month 2 of the event, and this only has a cut down to what, top 100 or something like that. I have absolutely no interest in playing an event of that nature. Spade and no trump, North makes a takeout double with the 18 count. Quite a nice hand. 2 hearts by Molson. Passes around to North, who balances with 2-no. Immediate 3 hearts by Molson. Wow. So 3-no has a lot going for it from Brogland. He does have an ace. He has a 7 count. feels about right. Just needs to be a little bit careful that you cash a high diamond before taking the club hook. But Declare has an enormous number of tricks. Double dummy, obviously the best contract would be like 6 of a minor for north-south if they could manage. Pitch a heart on the clubs, lose just 1 spade trick. East leads the Queen of Hearts. Roussino opening leads for the American squad from length, meaning that the king is generally going to be the power lead, asking partner for count or an unblock of an honor. So queen from king, queen here. Purcell dumped the jack anyway to just confirm to partner that he has that card and that he has an entry, if need be. But really not much to the play here. Declare is just going to take the first 12 tricks and be done with it. Ace of Hearts. Queen of Clubs. Maybe. Maybe not. Cash a diamond at some point. Oh, the one no bid from West is interesting because West has a spade fit. Yeah, so I think the point here is that West isn't good enough to raise 1 spade to 2, and so the plan was to treat it as like a really, really bad 3-card spade raise, bid a no trump and correct something, 2 diamonds or 2 clubs to 2 spades. But when partner bid hearts, Purcell was happy to just pass and let it go. All right, 10 of clubs cashes. Did I miscount the number of tricks or something? Why does it look like... Oh, Declare ducked the opening heart lead, I see. But yeah, now there's just a claim. East follows to the second club, and Declare can just run the diamonds, pitch spades, cash all the clubs, 12 tricks. I mean, it feels like a pretty good result for North-South. Obviously, they do miss a slam here, which is hard to get to. Oh, Koopa says, is this board a match? Oh, yeah, it is board a match. Yeah, that's why I was thinking Declare shouldn't duck the opening heart lead. I mean, Declare can just count 12 cashers. So, yeah, East could have cashed the ace of spades. I don't... She must have been hoping for partner to have better diamonds or better clubs, but not rewarded this time, so... Quite dangerous, but maybe Bakke expected that his counterparts might not be in 3-0 on this hand. He definitely made a innovative choice to rebid 2 no trump on the auction. I think a good bid, but it might not be duplicated in the other room. 3 passes go around to a spade in the East. No bid by Brogland. Also, Brogland's a coward for not opening his 11 count. 1 spade, 2 spades, 4 spades. Yeah, 6, 4, 17. All aces and kings from East. Did North-South have a good save? That's an interesting question. In diamonds, they lose 2 hearts, 2 diamonds, a club. And I guess a spade goes away on the Queen of Hearts. club towards the king queen. South will have no trouble winning this trick. But then what? I mean, now South kind of knows about Declare's shape, at least a little bit. This has to be a stiff club. Declare wouldn't be doing this with a doubleton, at least not all that often. So Broglie wins, North giving standard count to the 4 of clubs. It seems like Declare is going to have to guess the spade suit. And Declare may well get the spade guess wrong. But entries are a bit short. So, like, if South returns a diamond right now, which South does, okay, Declare pitches a heart. So, at this point, Declare just has to lose 2 spades. There's nothing else to be done. King of spades goes around to the ace. Heart comes back and just pull trumps, lead another spade over. King, queen of clubs can be used to pitch heart losers if necessary. So 4 spades making 4, but this is not imps. So there's another opportunity for Europe on that one. Europe does pick up another win on board 2. I mean, Bakke was absolutely right if he thought that they weren't going to be in 3-0 at the other table. They did get to 3-0 Trump, but Donati and Precario up against Myers and Sanborn. Oh boy, I mean, this is basically like Europe's best roster, with Donati Precario playing for Italy's Open team, one of the best pairs in Europe, and Bakke Broglie, also another one of the best pairs in Europe, playing against USA's weakest entire squad, the women's pair in Myers and Sanborn and the mixed pair in Pacell and Molson. This could be a slaughter. Maybe they should not have broadcast this match specifically. Yeah, Donati and Precario did great. They got to 4 hearts, and it was an effective save. Pacell and Molson didn't even think about it. All right, a heart, 2 clubs. Game force could be a doubleton club or some sort of balanced hand, not necessarily a club suit. 2 diamonds from Pacell, 2 no from Molson, trying to gobble up the no trump in case that's important. And also just trying to slow the auction down a little bit. She has 18 opposite partner's opening bid. So 3 clubs from Pacell. Molson decides not to mess around. Let's just bid key card in clubs. Now, I think that Pacell will probably ignore showing the spade void on an auction like this. Partner rates to have the ace of spades, and whatever the response would be that shows the spade void might get his side a little bit too high. So he bids 4 no, which looks like 2 without the queen in clubs. 5 diamonds confirms all the key cards and the trump queen from Molson. Looking for a possible grand here. Pacell denies any extra kings because he doesn't have them. So 6 clubs. And Molson decides to go quietly in the club contract, which looks like a good decision given the bad splits in both red suits. Brogland on lead. He gets off to his singleton heart lead. Lovely. Yeah, just this is not what we wanted to see from Declare's perspective. So this will go down. The question's just going to be how many at this point. I mean, a pretty attractive plan is actually to win the ace and try and unblock the ace king of diamonds before roughing a spade over to pitch a heart on the diamond queen. North will rough that trick, and that'll cause some problems. Not to mention the contract would immediately be set. Down 2, Dezu thinks. Five one diamonds is pretty rude. I agree. So is 5-1 hearts. Otherwise, Declare could just run this round to the queen in hand. Oh. Okay. Well, I mean, this is one way to go down 1, right? I guess maybe it's the case that Declare will still end up going down 2, but probably not. Heart and a heart rough, we're just down off immediately at tricks 1 and 2. It's the worst feeling. You take a finesse at trick 1 and a slam and they win and just like give their partner a rough. It's terrible. Brogland returns a trump. The 8 of clubs gets covered by the 9 and declares king. Club comes back. And now ace of hearts, pitch a spade, a heart for a roughing hook. Picking off that jack of hearts. And Declare can return to the jack of clubs, pulling the last trump, cash the 8 of hearts. Wait, that's not good enough. We can rough a spade and then play the 8 of hearts, pitching a spade. There we go. I figured it out. And then cross to the diamond ace. And then finally pull the last trump with the club queen, and Declare's hand will be high. So after tricks 1 and 2, Declare played the hand very nicely, or handled the play very nicely, I should say. Well done. You know, it's a little bit harder when you're playing against a world-class defender here, where Brogland could easily have held the heart king and led a low heart at trick 1, trying to incentivize Declare to pop up with the ace of hearts and reject a heart finesse. I mean, if dummy had the ace queen of hearts, then that would be a clever attempt to distract Declare from the most likely chance to make the contract, which would be to just take a finesse and open her suit. 2 passes, go around to south, 19, third seat. Unfavorable. Probably a club. So club, and did these guys play transfers? I never can keep all this straight. I also just don't have the card up. They do play transfers. Diamond showing 4 or more hearts. South bids a heart, which is interesting. That South didn't rebid a no trump. I mean, the tendency nowadays is that one heart just shows a weak no trump, and one no trump is reserved for the 18 to 19 from these transfer Walsh players. But I guess that's not what Bakke and Brogland are doing. They miss out on a big spade fit, and this could be a huge win for the Americans because I think a lot of American partnerships, especially the more senior ones, as Myers and Sanborn are in the other room. I don't think they're like necessarily in the senior division yet, but they're definitely on the older side of some of the partnerships competing in this event. Really don't like bypassing spades in a lot of these auctions, so they may well just have the sequence start a club, a heart, a spade or something from south. I'm not really sure. Maybe it'll go a club, a heart, 2-0, and North may check back to see if they find a 4-4 spade fit. But an opportunity at least, because 4 spades appears to have decent chances with the ace of clubs on side. Yeah, 4 spades isn't the best contract, but I mean, if North-South can play in a spade part score, they'll probably do better than one heart as well. Diamond opening lead. Yeah, border match is really tricky. Brogland here is going to have to wonder what contract the other table is going to get to. Welcome back, Daezu. How'd they get to heart? Like that. Boom, boom, boom. One diamond showing 4 more hearts, and Brogland, whatever their agreements are, rebid a heart with the south hand. I'll finish my point on border match because I think this is the most relevant thing that I can talk about right now. I'm so tired. Is that, you know, it's always helpful at match point events to try and work out where the field might end up on a hand, but you can't always be convinced that everyone in the field is going to get to the same spot. So generally you kind of weight things like 50-50. I mean, if you've made an unusual bid, sure, maybe it's more like 75-25 or 80-20 that the field is going to duplicate your choice. But in general, I mean, you kind of just say like half of the field is getting to this contract and half of them are getting to this other contract that looks possible. And that's what you do as a general rule of thumb. But at border match, you really need to know what's happening at the other table. And okay, Declare does use their ace of diamonds entry to lead a heart up. A third round of diamonds gets played, but now Declare can ruff, unblock the ace of hearts, cross and spades, pull the last trumps. I don't know if all of this is going to happen. Maybe Declare advances the club king immediately. That's possible. But I think he was nervous from the start of play that if the other table got to a spade partial, he needs to duplicate that result. And it looks to him like players in a spade partial, if they guess the heart suit, are going to be able to take 10 tricks. Yeah, knocks out the ace of clubs. Good play, just in case hearts are 4-2. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to pull trumps, and then you would be at danger of losing your club trick. Now Molson can return another diamond, but Brogland could counter by just roughing in dummy, unblocking the heart ace, spade to the king, pull the last 2 trumps. We'll have to see how greedy he gets, and I think a lot of it is going to depend on whether he feels like the other table will reach the spade partial or not. But Molson doesn't play a diamond into the triple void. So spade switch ends up making Declare's life a little bit easier. He did win the ace. Is he going to play a spade to the 8 or spade to the king? Both would be equally effective on this lie of the cards. But I'm curious to see what he chooses, because does he think that East is more likely to have that singleton 10 of spades, or that East is making a clever play from like Jack 10 doubleton or Jack 10 third? He's thinking about which spade to play on this trick. He does stick in the 8. All right, Queen of Hearts, everyone follows. And this feels like a little bit of a sigh of relief for Norway, with Brogland making 10 tricks here. Board 3 was a push, 4 spades in the East. The other table also, unfortunately, unable to pick off the spade suit. A diamond was led at trick 1. Declare also let a club up. Another diamond came back. Same defense in both rooms, and Declare over there did try and play 3 rounds of hearts, but this allowed South to roughen with the Queen of Spades. Hey, USA gets a board back. 6 diamonds goes down 3 on board 4. After 6 clubs went down just 1 in the other room. So I'm not sure what happened in the East-West auction, but they missed out on the correct fit to play in. Molson opens 2 diamonds, unfavorable in first seat, 7-2-2-2. Bad diamond suit, Queen Doubleton, 3 times over there. 2 heart overcall from Brogland, 3 heart raise from Bakke after 3 diamond preempt from Pacel. And South really just not thinking that they have enough stuff to push on to game. Diamond opening lead. This is a bit of a puzzle for Declare. So you win the ace of diamonds. East probably doesn't play the king at trick 1. Would be pretty strange for West to underlead the ace. So you win the diamond ace, and you have a couple of options. One is to just lead high hearts from your hand. Play West for both the ace and queen, and just pull trumps. That'll oftentimes protect your club king if West does have the ace queen of hearts, because they won't be able to get the partner in. You can pull trumps and eventually use the 5th spade to pitch a club. Or Declare could cross in spades and take a heart finesse, and that would be successful on this lie of the cards. But if spades were 3-1 with the preemptor having a singleton, that would risk a spade ruff. Good play at trick 1 if he stucks. Absolutely. You don't expect partner to underlead aces too often. I know we saw Bakke do it earlier on board 1 of the set, underleading the ace doubleton of diamonds. In some sense, a relatively common expert technique that if there's a strong no trump on your left, sometimes underleading aces is very effective in those cases. But here, it would be pretty strange for Pacel to underlead the diamond ace. I mean, Molson is deep in the tank on this play, but I'm just not really seeing it on this type of auction. It would be different if she thought she only had 6 diamonds. So if she's missorted her hand and one of those diamonds is in the heart suit, I don't think she did. Yeah, she plays the 2. Good play. Declare, having thought about it quite some time, elects to cross in spades and take a heart finesse. This is going to be, oh, no. Wow. Okay. Misguesses the hearts, which not only means Declare is going to lose an extra heart trick, but also it means that East is going to get in and then put a club through. So the defense is going to get 2 clubs. Now it becomes interesting. So the Queen of Clubs comes through to the King and Ace. Purcell cashed the Jack, I suppose. He does need to be counting, but I mean, he has a count on the diamond suit at this point. He has a count on the heart suit. Yeah, he does cash the clubs, so he should have a count on the spade suit. Raj says preempting with all the queen doubletons does sometimes work out well. Broglin's going to pick up the spades here. He's seen East turn up with a doubleton heart and a doubleton club. East must have at least 6 diamonds. Therefore, East has to have at least 3 or at least 2 spades. More likely 3. I'm sure he was a little bit surprised the Queen of Spades came down. It is true that if you preempt and the opponents steal the contract away from you and you don't have a hand that looks like a typical down the middle preempt, the opponents could easily misguess where all of the honors are, which is somewhat what happened here. I think Broglin's theory was that Molson needed an extra card or something somewhere, given the 2 diamond preempt on King 10-9 6th and out. And what he didn't realize at the time was that East had actually preempted on King 10-9 7th and out. So he'll store that in the back of his memory banks. 2 passes go to a club in the north, 18 count. East makes a takeout double. Looks pretty normal so far. Broglin not needing to act over the takeout double. He would have bid a diamond if East had passed, but or I guess he wouldn't. They've still play transfers. I don't know what he would have done if East had passed. I guess a spade, probably. Denying a 4-card major. But he doesn't need to anymore because the opponents have taken him off the hook. West not too thrilled about having to respond to the takeout double. Oh my god, this auction has really gone awry for the Americans. Yeah, 2 diamonds doubled, all pass. What do we lead, a trump or a club from the north hand? He leads a club. Whew. 2 clubs, 2 hearts, a spade, at least 2 diamonds. I mean, North-South are getting quite rich off this. Possibly 800. I guess there's 3 diamonds that South can end up scoring. 2 rounds of clubs. So what's the right defense for North here? I think he has gotten a club signal from his partner, or a signal in the club suit from his partner. So Declare pitches a spade from dummy. As South roughs with a natural. Brogland is in. I think we'll see the Queen of Hearts switch. Or the Eight of Hearts, I guess. Switch to Hearts, try and set up some tricks in the suit. Yeah, Eight of Hearts is a good play. Just kind of avoid blocking the heart suit in any case. So Declare is up to 2 tricks. Sets up another spade. Yeah, the Queen of Clubs comes through. Ruffed and over-ruffed. South can now cash a couple of hearts. Or try and pull trumps, either or. Diamond around to the king. So what's the idea? Is Brogland going to be able to get in, pull the last trumps, and then knock out the Spade King, and North's Jack of Spades sets up? Oh my. Declare's getting one more trick, and they're going for 1,100. Incredible. I wonder if Declare could have done a little bit better by not roughing that 4th club. Koopa, you stepped away and you missed the blood. Yeah, it's looking like an all-European affair so far. Whoa! Europe picks up another board on board 5, and it was not the way I was expecting. At the other table, South opened a club, North bid a heart, South rebid 2-no, and North ended up passing with the 5 count. 2-no trump did not play very well and ended up going down. Precario, Queen of Diamonds from Queen Jack 3rd, good opening lead. I mean, of course, in this case, South had opened a club, so his options were limited. But Diamond opening lead set up a bunch of tricks for East. The defense was able to get 4 diamonds, the ace of clubs, and it looks like a heart trick. So missed opportunity for the US, but well done to Brogland for staying low on the hand and at least finding a fit of some kind, even if it wasn't the best fit. East opens a spade. 19 count. I mean, really good 19. All those aces and kings. A spade, 2 spades by past hand. They do play Drury. So West can't have too much for this 2 spade raise. Bakke comes in with 3 clubs. He is short in spades. Pretty important to do so, I think. Double by Molson. Looks like it's intended as penalties. Well, here we are. 3 clubs doubled. This is the consequence of sometimes coming in with hands like this on the north, in the north seat, that you might get in trouble. Wow, Molson just leads the club ace, worried about possibly giving away a trick if she starts with the ace of spades. Okay, never mind. I take it all back. Yeah, the ace of clubs would have been a very unusual lead. If you're going to lead a trump, then low seems like the way to go. Koopa, you think 300 possibly on this board? 3 hearts, a spade, a club, a diamond. Feels about right. What? Did we not see the 10 of spades signal asking for hearts? Is that not what this does? Like, technically this doesn't cost, because if Declare wins the diamond ace, this is their last time in dummy, they have to take a diamond hook, and then when they play club up, East can win the ace and cross to partner in hearts and get a diamond ruff. So technically this doesn't cost a trick, but I think we should be paying attention to partner signals at trick one, is maybe the lesson to be learned here. I mean, Declare may get the diamonds wrong, which isn't necessarily going to hurt his cause. Although there is some care that needs to be taken from East-West, for sure. Because, like, imagine if... Here, let's just give a silly example. East had won the ace of clubs here and returned a club, right? Declare could pull trumps and then take a diamond hook, and West would be in. West leads a low heart, and East wins the... That's right, the ace. But it's not such an obvious play to make. A lot of players will be terrified of, oh, wow, and the jack of spades is set up somehow. I wasn't even watching that. Oh, it's because West played the 10 of spades at trick one that the jack of spades set up. Oh no. So this is looking like down one now. Declare can just rough in with the 9 of clubs and pull trumps. Diamond goes away on the jack of spades. Oops. Huh. Yeah, very costly play at trick one and switch at trick two from Molson and Pacell, allowing Declare to set up the spades in dummy. Hey, board 6, USA ends up getting to 4 hearts at the other table. 3 diamond opener from Donati on the 7-card diamond suit. Sanborn overcalls 3 hearts, kind of a standout bid. 4 diamond preempt from West. And then North finds the raise, and guess what? Well, Declare had to guess the hearts. Oh, they didn't, though. But Percario cashes the club ace. He was worried about the spade suit. Understandable. But oh boy. Yeah, this is what makes board a match so challenging, is that if East happened to have King Doubleton of clubs and not the heart queen, then Percario needs to cash 2 clubs immediately. Ace of clubs and a club. Otherwise, a club goes away on the run of spades. Declare just pulls trumps and runs the spade suit to pitch a club loser. But if he was playing teams, of course he wouldn't do that. That doesn't beat the contract. He would just have to passively exit and hope his partner could get in. Wow. I love board a match. Board a match is such a good form of scoring. Three clubs doubled goes down 1. Yeah, BZL points out the real lesson on the hand. Never signal because partner's not paying attention. And this is why Kalita and Klukovsky are so good, because they never signal on defense. 13 count from Bakke. Looks like a club to me. Now, does East make a takeout double? It's an 11 count, a small Doubleton club. Does have 4 spades, but otherwise an unremarkable hand, I would say. East doesn't make a takeout double. So South gets to bid a diamond, showing 4 more hearts. And I believe North gets to bid a heart. We've seen Brogland and Bakke rebid a heart with 19 and 3-card support. So 1 heart from North. 1 no. He's got an 8 count here. 1 heart gets alerted as showing exactly 3. That's useful information. I think we kind of worked that out earlier. Yeah, 1 no from South, I'll pass. So East-West missed an opportunity to find a spade fit. And they don't have very good trumps in a spade contract, but the King of Diamonds is on side. Spades do split. Well, board 7, we got an interesting result in the other room. 2 diamonds doubled, but it went down 1 fewer trick. And so Europe wins the board. How did Donati and Precario end up here? Similar auction. But now, how did they manage to score extra tricks? 2 rounds of clubs, a 3rd club. Declare pitches a spade. As South roughs. Then the Queen of Hearts switch. Ducked. A spade came back to the ace. And another club. Roughed and over-roughed. South returned a spade instead of a heart. And Declare was able to pull some trumps, establishing the long heart in the East hand. And so Declare actually just gets away with down 3. So again, good win for Europe on that board. Meanwhile, here in a no trump, we are, I guess, observing Declare go after the club suit. Elects to win the ace of spades at trick 1. No, Declare is going after hearts, not clubs. Heart to the queen, which holds. Now it's time to play on clubs, for sure. Yeah, club to the queen. It might have been relatively strong defense for West to duck that heart to the queen, because if West hadn't, Declare would be able to have crossed in clubs here to lead a second heart up and score 2 heart tricks. Whereas now, I don't think Declare is going to get that 13th heart at all. You could still lead another low club, or not a low club, a heart towards hand, but I think the South hand is going to be devoid of entries pretty quickly. I mean, so we're up to like 6 tricks, right? In theory, we have 2 more spades coming, even though the suit's blocked, and we can set up a club. Yeah, Brogland just plays a club back, club to the king. West wins the ace. Have to imagine West continues clubs. No, they do find the diamond switch, which is both good and bad news for the defenders, because if he continues by playing 2 more rounds of diamonds, it's going to set up a trick for declare in hand. I was sure Purcell was just going to play back a club. I mean, cut communications, set up a trick for his side. All of those feel like pretty good things. Queen of diamonds cashes. Molson does set up the 9 of diamonds in declare's hand. Not what she was hoping to do. Spade back to the queen. That's trick 5. Club to the jack is trick 6. And the king of spades is trick 7. So 1 no will make 1 exactly. Three boards to go. And I think much like yesterday, I'm probably just going to dip out once this table finishes play. I am exhausted. Molson with 11. We saw her open a pretty conservative 2 diamonds earlier with a 7-card suit, 9 high card points. Here I expect a diamond, but maybe she'll try 2 again. She could pass. Okay, she does pass. I think that it's just wrong to have bids that are in between a preempt and an opening bid. I think that is also just kind of the modern expert style. There we go. She thought better of it and requested an undo, and the opponents were very gracious. They gave it to her. A diamond, a heart from West. Take out double from Baque. He does have 4 spades, the main feature of his hand, especially at board-a-match scoring. Redouble support. South bids a no trump with stoppers in both diamonds and hearts, or at least pseudo stoppers in diamonds and hearts. 1 no passes around to East. Yeah. I don't know. I think 2 diamonds is somewhat safe because if they go after you, you can kind of run to 2 hearts in the 4-3. It's not ideal, but maybe that works out okay. It does feel a little bit bad to let the opponents play a no trump when you only have an 11 count and you've opened the bidding. Oh, board 8. There was another swing going the way of the Europeans. Molson and Purcell elected to defend 3 clubs doubled, and we thought, hey, maybe there's a chance they get 300, maybe it's 100. They end up with 100. At the other table, though, East opened 2 no trump with their 19 count, transfer to hearts, and then a relay back to 3 no trump, where East-West ended up playing. The heart suit splits. Spades, I guess, technically come home. Declare can cash the ace, note the fall of the queen, and lead low towards that 10 doubleton in West's hand. But one way or another, 9 tricks came home. So Europe up 5.5 to a half, or 2.5. Baque really mulling over the 2 diamond bid. I guess his thought is that South is unlikely to have too much length in the diamond suit, or else South might have doubled 2 diamonds for penalty. South is marked with exactly 4 hearts on this auction. The opponents have announced a 4-3 fit. And South is pretty unlikely to have spade length, given that they didn't bid a spade over redouble, or 2 spades or something. So South's shape is probably either 2-4, 3-4, or 3-4, 3-3. And either way, they have a bit of a club fit. Maybe he will balance 3 clubs. That would be a big decision, and then it would be an even bigger decision if he picked off the club suit using the restricted choice principle, with he stumping the jack on the first round. He has been in the tank for a long time over 2 diamonds. He's putting me to sleep as if the time hadn't already done that. But I don't think I saw any penalties being assessed. I guess it is supposed to be generally a friendly tournament. You're killing me, bud. Bid 3 clubs or don't. You know, I suppose even if Declare does pick off the club suit, there's still a little bit of work to be done. With just the 1 entry to the south hand, and Bakke does decide to pass. Lets it go. Maybe the smart choice ultimately. South will lead the jack of spades, not because he's necessarily looking for a ruff with queen third of trumps, but just because partners implied spades for the double. So the spade lead will go around to the queen. Declare can play a diamond to the 10 and unblock the king, but then we'll need to find a way back to hand. I guess a club. So North goes up with the king, sees the singleton jack fall, and now what? The spade suit's blocked. You know, it would be nicer if South didn't have as strong spades, but then the jack from Jack Doubleton wouldn't be as attractive of an opening lead. But yeah, like if North even, say, plays a heart to the ace in partner's hand and the 10 of spades comes through, Declare will just duck. And there's no way for North to get in to cash 2 spades and then play a 4th spade, promoting the queen of diamonds as a trump trick. So it looks like the defense really is only going to get 3 more tricks from here. Either a heart and 2 spades, or... Wait, what? No, there's no way Declare didn't ruff this trick. 0% chance that Declare didn't ruff this trick. Yeah, ace of clubs was not... Oh, okay. So Bakke elects to go ace of spades, spade ruff. Okay. And South can cash the ace of hearts or just sit back and wait for it, but... But this is going to be 2 diamonds making 3 for 110. Still feels like a pretty good result for the Americans. And just because it looks like North-South have some chance to make 3 clubs, and even if they get there and go down 1, as long as they aren't doubled, minus 100 will be better than plus 110. 2 boards to go. South will pass in first seat. A couple of passes go around to North. 12 count, third seat. I think they might be playing a good 13 to 16 at these colors. At least in third seat. Gotta be tempting. Everyone loves opening a no trump in third seat, but Bakke opens a diamond. Takeout double by Molson. She's got the goods. 18 highs, all aces and kings, 6 card spade suit. 2 clubs natural by Brogland and non-forcing. Finally, Molson comes in with 2 spades to show her hand. Don't think there's any chance Brogland takes another call, so it would be all up to North, and North goes quietly as well. South will lead the stiff diamond. Declare doesn't have any dummy entries to take a spade finesse, so it's very possible that that Declare just has to lead spades out of hand. King of spades doesn't get to pick off a stiff queen this time. Ultimately can lose a diamond, 2 hearts, and 2 spades. That would be 8 tricks. If the defense isn't careful, Declare might actually walk away with a 9th trick, because there's some chance that North can get stripped and thrown in. So King of spades to the ace. I think it might be important for South to find a heart switch here, the 9 or 8 of hearts. He plays a club to the jack and ace. Now Declare can play a spade again, continuing to pull trumps. And North is a bit end played. I mean, a diamond lead would set up the queen in dummy. A heart lead away from the king-queen would give up a trick to the jack-10. And so North is kind of forced to play a club back. But then Declare could... I guess Declare could immediately play a heart to the jack. And North would be in, and North would be end played. So Molson gets out a diamond. Now, is this good enough? This might also be good enough because clubs are 6-2. So she'll just duck a diamond to North, not playing the queen. North will be in, a diamond back would set up the queen with the 8 of spades as an entry. And a heart back would allow Declare to duck, cross to the 8 of spades, and take a heart finesse. So it looks like this is actually quite a nice line of play, picking off a possible heart honor with South. It does risk the clubs being 6-2, but I mean, maybe you don't really have a lot of good end plays if North always has a club exit. Diamond round to the 7, and Bakke is in. No good moves. I'm sorry, friend. But this is going to be plus 140. Possibly a good result for the US, but man, They're getting murdered in this matchup. We kind of expected it coming in. On that board 9, where North-South were able to settle into a no trump, the other table, East-West, did find their way into the spade game. East just made a takeout double of the one club opening bid, and then they found their spade fit, got to the 2 level. One more board to play at this table, and then I get to go to sleep. Yay! We'll be back again tomorrow night, of course. We'll do some more of this. And maybe I'll be less tired tomorrow. Fingers crossed on that one. We'll see. West opens a diamond, 13 count. East gets to bid a spade. Also quite a nice hand over there, 14. So 1 no, 3 no might be the way that this auction concludes. And then Bakke has to find some reason to lead either a heart or a club. Club a bit more passive, a heart a little bit more active. I think a club seems pretty natural, though. So Declare has 5 diamonds. 2 hearts and 2 clubs off the top, which is going to be 9. But then the heart hook works. If North leads a club, they'll pick off the club suit. Otherwise, the club suit is going to be left for Declare to work out. But North leads 4th best from their longest and strongest, even though the suit was bid on his left. Spade opening lead looks like it might be profitable. If North-South just cash out 3 spade tricks, they're going to do okay. Heart Queen is working. Declare might guess the club suit eventually. So cashing 3 spades would actually be double dummy par, it looks like. Broglen thinking about it. He can be pretty confident his partner has the spade ace. Now at imps, we wouldn't cash 3 spades, of course, because that would set up the jack of spades, and that could be Declare's 9th trick. But at board a match, every over trick matters. He's, of course, going to try and beat the contract if he sees a way to do so, but he'll probably come to the conclusion dummy is 14, Declare has a weak no trump. It looks like the jack of spades is just kind of well positioned, so Broglen probably doesn't expect that there's that much of a chance they can beat this contract. We do get a push on board 10 coming through. This table where East-West were allowed to play 2 diamonds. In the other room, East-West got pushed up to the 3 level in diamonds, so well done by Myers and Sanborn to compete. Get all the way up to 3 clubs, it looks like. But Declare managed the same 9 tricks as in this room. Queen of Spades is holding, and Broglen is definitely deep in the tank about what to do at trick 2. I think it's pretty difficult to find King of Spades in a spade. You admit that you have no hope of beating the contract by doing that, and you're just kind of cowardly cashing out tricks, but it might be the prudent play here. Man, really, really deeply thinking this one over. There's also this issue that if you don't continue King and a Spade, what suit are you really switching to? looking into this dummy. Ace Jack, third of hearts, Ace Jack, third of diamonds, those don't look attractive. Leading a club away from our king into King 10 third also doesn't look very attractive. So Declare is running the diamond suit. Are we going to play a club or a heart to the jack right now? No, Declare gives the defense another opportunity by exiting a spade. Wow. Just electing to strip the hand and throw the opponents in to try and make them give you a trick of some sort. I mean, it might work, right? Broglen could lead another spade, setting up that jack and dummy. I don't know what else to say on the hand. Broglen switched to diamonds, I guess hoping that his partner had forgotten to lead from his 5-card diamond suit. That was pretty ineffective. But maybe it could have made sense in an auction like this. I don't think that's accurate. I think Declare is marked with 4 diamonds, especially once they don't raise partner's major. But yeah, now Broglen's like back in the same position again. He tried diamonds, that didn't work. Is he now going to try hearts? It doesn't feel all that productive to lead into an ace jack third when we're looking at a bunch of small cards. It would be a little bit different if we had even just the 10 of hearts. Then there would be an opportunity for Declare to maybe misguess on the next round of the suit. But with just 9/4, it seems unlikely to me. I kind of understand Broglen's feelings on this, that as a player who generally plays imps, you don't really want to lead a spade back setting up the jack. This is just going to blow a trick way too often, but it happens to be the right thing to do, and he kind of worked it out here. He probably constructed this exact hand for Declare and was like, well, gotta be careful.